Hello, my friends. Today is November the 1st, and this is a reading for you if this is your birth date, or if this is some anniversary or some special event date, but mostly a birth date. This is a reading for the year, and this is a four-card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. So, what is the general energy card of the year looking at? Well, it is the mother. And the mother comes with that sense of giving birth to some kind of creation. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's an artwork, maybe it's a situation, maybe it's the anything that takes the caring and the nurturing and the protection that a mother would give to a child is looked at, as well as when the mother has to let go and let the child learn how to be their own being in the world, the sense of surrender that the mother always has to undergo, and when is it right to let go? How is it right to let go? How is it? Uh, how does it profoundly affect one's sense of mothering, one sense of being a mother, one sense of having a mother? This is, maybe this is a year of looking at your own mother. Maybe this is a year of looking at the mothering parts of yourself. Maybe this is a year of looking at your child growing into some kind of being, maybe a woman, maybe a man. Mothering is in every one of us if we allow it to be, but the sense of mothering is the sense of giving birth and then letting go of that birth at the right time. And what does that mean, and what does that look like? The mother's also the receptive part of self, the creative part of self, the wild nature, natural, sensual, emotional, intuitive part of self. So there's a lot of different energies that come through in this card of the mother this year. What is your specific challenge for November 1st, people? Well, it's the Nine of Pentacles. This card to me, Pentacles is always about, working at something. And a Nine of Pentacles, who a nine being, a nine person of Pentacles, has worked hard to create some kind of fruition, some kind of physical reality that might be just about to be able to be harvested, and you can sit in the recognition that people see how much work you've done, how much you've put into things, how much you can take a breather and relax for a minute and congratulate yourself. But that's your challenge this year, quite possibly, to see that you have completed what you need to complete, and allow something to just go on without your constant help and your constant watching. And I think that's the challenge for all nine of Pentacles, when it is a challenge, when it's not something that you can feel celebratory toward, but you feel instead an angst and a fear around. Have you done enough work with your creation to let it go? Have you done enough work with yourself to let yourself surrender to what needs to be let go of? Is this a child who's going out of their nest? Is this a business that no longer is really needing you to push at it right now? It can survive by itself. That's the question. Can what you've created right now survive by itself? And even if you don't think it's ready, you have to think that maybe it knows it's ready, and it needs to be free, and it needs to have some freedom to breathe, and freedom to live, and freedom to explore itself in the world, or himself or herself in the world, without your need to control them and move them and protect them and love them and nurture them, but with your arms around them, instead surrendering to the big let go of something whose time has come. So what is the action you can take? Well, it is the dolphin, and dolphin is all about breath, mana, the mana of breath, the gift of breath. If we learn how to breathe through things, if we learn how to have a continuous breath that doesn't stop when we get afraid, doesn't hold in emotions when we get scared of them, doesn't grasp at our breath and clutch at it because we think it's the last thing, and if we breathe we're going to give something away. When we hold on to our breath, when we stop our breath, when we go into shallow breathing and we breathe up into our upper lungs and we don't fully breathe down into our depth, then we're scared, we're anxious, we're projecting, we're not really in our heart, we're in our activity of just, oh my God, panic. So we have to deepen our breath, and that's what the dolphin says. You have to work with your breath now. You have to deepen your breath so you can touch some old pains and do some healing. You have to keep your breath moving so you don't get stuck in any one thing or any one thought or any one pattern that doesn't serve you. Like the dolphin does. Dolphin takes a deep breath, dives into the water, goes down as long as it can, comes back, and then it pops its blowhole, opens the blowhole, and releases what it doesn't need so it can take in what it does need. So it's getting rid of its poisons, it's getting rid of its thoughts that don't serve us. It's getting rid of the anxieties that it's had from holding its breath for so long underwater. So maybe that's an exercise you can do, of popping your own cork. Any way to release stuck air, make it a ritual, make it a practice. Work with your breath. Do vibration breath work. Do rebirthing breath work. Do conscious breathing techniques from Ayurvedic medicines, Anulom Vilom, nostril breathing. Use different techniques to help you to get in touch with your breath this year. Exercising is going to get you more in touch with your breath. Doing something physical will get you more in touch with your breath that's outside of what you've been doing physically to create the reality that you're in. Break it up. Breathe into something else. Let go of your mind control that you have not done enough, or that you're not good enough, or they're not ready enough to face the world as you think they need to be. And where does that lead? Well, it leads to this beautiful card, which to me always said, some loving mother of another time, of another world, but of a high consciousness, of a super consciousness, of a compassionate consciousness that says, I trust the flow. I am in the divine grace of things. I have the gifts of ancestors. If I open myself to them and listen, I have the understandings that mothers have gone through throughout all time, from up even to Jesus' mother, who had the in that story, had the need to surrender the life of her own son to a path that she did not ask for, did not want him to go on, but knew that he needed to go on. So there was a great trust and surrender needed for her when her child had to go and go through so much torment, but that was their path. And she understands on the biggest level, this card understands on the biggest mothering level, that you have to let go of your children, you have to let go of your art, you have to let go of what you create, because it's going to die, it's going to be taken from you, it needs to have its own life, it needs to have its own being, and now it's time for you to be a mother, good mother to yourself, and congratulate yourself on what you've created, but surrender and let go and find some peace in your own body, and breathe deeply into your own consciousness and find your own sacred truth again. So blessed be to this year of understanding, mothering, and surrendering, and grace. Ahom Atah.